How's it going, guys? It's Thomas on Planet Tech. Welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, we are going to be building some of the brand new Lego Star Wars May 4th releases, or May 1st releases, I guess. We're going to be starting with a Star Wars logo. I have to say, I really like this. This is already discounted on Amazon in the UK, by the way. So if anyone's looking to pick this up, I think Costco as well also have it for a $5 off. So I think Amazon probably price match Costco. Hoping they price match the Arc 170 because that's like under £40 on Costco, so that'll be a nice touch. But yeah, so we're going to be building the sign. Obviously, Greg will be streaming London Calling at 7:30, so I'll try to get this done before then. Should have it hopefully pretty much wrapped up by then, so I won't waste too much time. Hey Will, hey TJ, and Faith and Misery, good to see you guys. We're going to jump straight into this and crack this on open. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Did everyone get their orders in? Oh, we got paper bags. It's been a while. Actually, oh no, I think I have had a couple of sets with paper bags. Right. Bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4. Oh, I didn't get the digital instructions up. How silly of me. That's too. Oh, maybe this is going to be quite long. This could take a while. This what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags. Okay, and that feels like a decent amount of pieces in a lot of these. Jedi Bricks, hello, welcome to the stream. Mixer Bricks as well. Good to see you, Mike. High Tech and all. Looking forward to this build. Yeah, I think this one's a pretty sick one. I'll just build out instructions today. It's fine. It's fine. Right, let's switch the cams over. Oh, that's 4. That's good. Right. I'm assuming it's 3 bags for Star and 3 bags for Wars. There we go. My assumptions would be correct. I was gonna build one of these as well, but yeah, with a short window, we might not get that done. Waiting my order. Went the place out route mostly. Happy building. Thank you. Yeah, shame that just there wasn't a ton of playset, like new playsets at least, to kind of get stuck into. I know I say that like I am part of the problem because I do buy a lot of the 18+ stuff. I do like a lot of the 18+ stuff. So I appreciate that I am part of the problem here, I guess. Okay, let's move that back a little bit. There we go. But yeah, TJ, how was things over, and Scott, I guess, and Will, how were things over in America? Was it carnage online like it has been in past years? Hopefully it was all nice and straightforward and you guys managed to pick up exactly what you wanted. But yeah, really stress-free. Promo's still available, which is really good. Online at least. What I will say though is I went into store yesterday. I was going to go today because I had the day off. I was looking after Penelope anyway. So I had the day off, so I was gonna go down today, and then last night I finished work a little bit earlier than I thought I was going to, and I was like, you know what, Lego store on a release weekend with Penelope could be carnage, especially with all that I plan to buy. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pass on that, and I'm gonna go down tonight. So I went and picked Sam up. We went to the Lego store. So I made the 2 orders online. So I did the Star Destroyer online. And then I did the 2 Kylo Ren sets and one of the Imperial dropships and Rebel Scout speeders. So that was my online purchases. Because I'm in less of a rush to build those ones. So I was glad to pick those up. And then the plan was to go to store, get this, the U-Wing, and a Rebel Scout speeder, which I did. And then after that, I was going to get the... What else was I going to get? What else did I get? Great question. Oh, yes, I got this, the U-Wing, and the Rebel Scout speeder. Oh, the chopper and a duel on Peridia. I got those. And I also wanted to get the 2 other helmets that I don't have. So the Django helmet, the what was it? The Django helmet, the where's my mind go back? Django helmet, 8080 driver helmet, 7040, and then I was just gonna get a keychain. However, when I got to the till, basically the Lego store was empty. Like, it was really, really quiet. It was quite late in the evening by the time we got down there. But I got to the till with my like stack of things, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like split this across. I want to like pay across a few different ways and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We can only do a maximum of 1 gift with purchase per household. I was like, what? That's never been the case before. And they were like asking me like, oh, are you reselling? Like, is this all for you? And I was like, yeah, I do have a YouTube channel that I kind of do like build streams and stuff on. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. So I think luckily their main manager wasn't in, because I probably wouldn't have got more than 1. But I did manage to persuade them to get me to let me have 2. And then I still need to do another online order for the other helmets that I need. So, but yeah, so that was a bit annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Hey Andy, good to see you. Don't know about online, but the store was busy. Really, I'm surprised on a Thursday. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be so busy on a Thursday, but I guess the release day is the release day. The sets are popular. The sets, I don't think I've gone this hard on a release wave in a very long, probably like the 2020 or 2021 summer wave, where we got like the 8080 and like that kind of time. I don't feel like maybe since then actually, but like, yeah, it feels odd for me to go so hard on a wave. But there's been some good sets, ones that I've been very very happy to have got my hands on and be glad to get building. This being one of them. I was my expectation for this, I said on the stream the other night, was like completely in the gutter with the Marvel one releasing, but this one, I have to say, does look good. And I got a few ideas for it as well, mainly to gather dust probably, but website worked pretty well this year. Got my order done in a few minutes. I had a Lego tab up, so I skipped the queue. Good stuff. My trackback currently hasn't tracked, but it says on Top Cashback it could take up to 4 days, I think. Sorry, 7 days. So, and then I can put in a claim. So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. If not, I won't be using them again. I know some people have had some good luck with Quidco recently, so yeah, I don't know why mine just stopped working. Good to see you, Will. How you doing, man? Hey, Sam. Good to see you as well. The sets look like a 2002 set. Yeah, it's not often you get to build with actual bricks in Lego Star Wars sets of late. That's a very good point. Welcome in, Drop Bear as well. No offense, all sets are great in their own right, except for the First Order ATST. That thing is only good for memes. I think the things are good. I don't know. Is it? Yeah, I guess the concept was. I mean, what they depicted was pretty good, but yeah, the concept, I guess, is pretty naff, right? Like, yeah, they should have done a whole like play feature where you could rip the top off rather than not giving us the top at all. But hey ho. It was The Last Jedi, right? The film got memed so much they probably felt appropriate that they did a Lego set to suit. I don't know. Not sure if this will happen in other regions, but additional sets are on discount over in Australia starting May 3rd. I've heard that might be the case. Yes. I heard that is going to be from different regions as well. So that'll be cool. So yeah, I'm going to hold off on my orders, my other helmet order until tonight, I think, just in case anything pops up. I did see Australia were getting some funky promos and some like cards and stuff. Like, what's that about, Lego? I got alert. Be back in a minute. No worries, TJ. Got to my store at 9:11 a.m. But there was already 20 people in line waiting. Damn. The only good 2025 sets are the Arc 170 and the new Battle Droid. That's a crazy take. That is a crazy take. What don't you like about the U-Wing? Because I think all of the same problems with the U-Wing are the same with the Arc 1. In fact, I think there's more problems with the Arc 170 because of its proportions than there is the U-Wing. And I appreciate that U-Wing is a lot smaller than its predecessor, but yeah, I think I don't know. I'm looking at modifying the Arc 170. I've started to get parts to do the Quarries Workshop mock. I think it's Quarries Workshop. I've done some of his mods before and they're fantastic. So, or is it Pixel Dance? I got confused. I looked at so many. I looked at so many different modifications, but they've extended the wings out, so it's much more fig scale. Because what I've kind of started to realize is I've built a couple of Brick Vault models, and whilst they are incredibly detailed, they are display models, and a lot of the mocks of the ships that I will want to build, I will want to put in mocks, but I will also want to take a lot of them to shows. So it's becoming more evident that the practicality of having like a hyper detailed TIE fighter or a hover tank or whatever, like, it's actually less important. While the scale is still really important to me, like I do really like having stuff in minifigure scale, I would rather compromise a little bit on like finite details if it means that there is a bit more stability, because it's just one less thing I have to worry about when it comes to transporting it to shows and things like that. So yeah, that's something I'm thinking about a lot more. So that's why I'm liking a lot of these modifications to the sets, is because they've got the rigidity of a Lego set, but they're just tweaking it a little bit. So so the detail and the proportions and stuff are a lot more accurate. 2008 Clone Wars is trash and 2003 is way better. Oh my days. Dropbad's just coming in with all of the takes today. I see. 2003 Clone Wars is very nostalgic and it's a very particular art style. Is it better than 2000? Is it better than 2008 Clone Wars? Possibly. Is it better than Clone Wars, like that whole series? Probably not. But that's just my take on that. My top cashback says pending. Does yours say the same, Tech? I've not used before, so I have no idea it will work. Mine hasn't said pending, which is really annoying. Does it show up the transaction? My £15 says pending, but like the actual transactions itself don't show pending, which is really annoying. So if that's the case, it probably means it's not tracked, which is really annoying. But hopefully that means, yeah, you should be good to go on that, Mike. Oh yeah, Lego still make and take from the 4th. Yeah, I don't think I can be asked with the make and takes. I don't think there's anything there that I'm particularly crying out for in those. If I look closer to a Lego store, then maybe I would go down there. But hey, Cabbage. Hey, Gaz. Good to see you guys. No figs, no bite. That's fair. That's fair. Commander Bly's the only good commander other than Cody. That's also horrific takes. Horrific takes. Don't do my boy Bakara dirty like that. Or Neo. Come on now. This is given what's your favorite clone conversation. If you know, you know. I quite like the fact that this is very much just brick building and it's not like loads of crazy techniques thus far. That makes me happy. This is quite nostalgic and I feel like you can lay pieces a lot quicker as well. He says. Was well surprised at how small the U-Wing box is. Yeah, you'd be even more surprised at how small the set is. Yeah, rather small. But that is just the way Lego is going. Gaz, did you go down to the? Did you go to a store today? Oh, did you go to a store? I'm assuming you would have gone to a store, whether it be a Lego store or not. And did you buy anything? That is the question. "2013 is hella overrated." Lady Jobber is just coming in with takes. I don't think it is. I have a lot of that summer 2013 wave, and they're all very good playsets. The Snail Tank's great. The ATT is great. The Gunship's great. Like, they haven't improved the Gunship or the ATT significantly enough in, what is it, 10 years or so, 10, 11 years. When did we get the ATT? Yeah, however long it was. There is not that much of a significant... When you compare some of the sets from that time that got released to the sets now, the ATT and the Gunship, they haven't improved all that much on. That's my take. So for that sense, I don't think they're overrated sets at all. Their quality still very much stands up today. I mean, it was also just great because at that time we were getting more... Because of the Clone Wars, we were getting a lot more like niche stuff. Whereas now there's just a lot more push on whatever's the most. Well, actually, there's just a lot more push on original trilogy stuff, which kind of sucks. But yes, Tech has shown each order total to nearly 30. Be very happy if it actually comes through. Yeah, well, fair play. Well, if it's tracked, then it's usually a good. It's usually a pretty good sign. I'm livid. Oh. I'll be raising a claim there. Shame I wasn't actually sharing my screen of me going through top cashback, because I will raise a claim. Get my Karen on. Yeah, good to see you, Cabbage. What should I build? Logo or U-Wing? Build the logo with me. Although, well, I only say that because I'm building the U-Wing on Tuesday in the Andor hype. I need one more Andor thing to build, or like Rogue One. I guess does anyone want to buy a U-Wing, a Rogue One U-Wing with no figures? Is that of interest to anyone here? Because I have it sat out there, and I'm like, I just want the figures. I really don't want to. I can't even be bothered to part it out. So if anyone's interested, hang on a minute. Is it meant to be? Are they meant to be the same height? Because they're not. That's what's going on. Just get out of it. Uh-oh. Something's gone wrong here. They're not meant to go on there at all. That goes on there. That goes on there. Oh, and then that goes on top. Got it. We've got our pink brick in there that they like to squeeze into every Star Wars set. I don't know what the blue thing's for. What's that an Easter egg for? Okay. First bag done. I'm well behind. Only just seen them. Mando and Grogu tease. Oh wow. Very far behind, guys. Unbelievable. Coming to a Star Wars channel and only just admitting that you've seen the Mando and Grogu teaser. I saw. Oh, you saw one in. Yeah. Got it. Okay. The best Lego set was never the 5 First Legion Battle Pack, and is actually the gunships. Is it the best Lego Star Wars set ever? I don't think so. I'm not sure there's actually many people that genuinely believe that the 501st Battle Pack was the greatest Lego Star Wars set ever. I don't know, maybe. I think the 2013 gunship and ATT are probably up there though. Bits on the local shop has Ferric set and Mos Eisley for second hand, and it's nice. Assuming they all come with figures, right? I don't see a point of having the cantina, to be fair, if it doesn't have the figures. The Ferrix fig, I like the Ferrix figures. I like that I have them. But they aren't like crazy amazing. I don't know. I guess it's just because that's like my least favorite arc from the show. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying that they're the characters that, not that they were the characters that depicted, but in those outfits, I think they're just like much more iconic. I hope Andor Season 2 does so well that Lego actually go back and revisit and do some Andor Season 1 sets. I just think with all the films that are going to start coming out, I don't know where they're going to fit it in their release schedule, which is it's going to be a big shame. It'll be a real big shame. But the set itself is fun. Hey Rosie, the only good GCS set was the Imperial Dropship or the Imperial Dropship. What was the Imperial Dropship? I think the Imperial Shuttle is a great UCS. That needs a remake, I have to say. When's the next Return of the Jedi anniversary? That is a set. Again, it's one that I don't think... It's a bit like the Slave One, I guess. Where it's like, it probably wasn't due an upgrade, but they would probably do something insane with it and actually improve it massively. I think the main thing would just be like trying to round off the cockpit a bit more. And I've seen like modifications of that with the rest of the set is pretty much the same. But I would really love a minifig scale Imperial Shuttle. That'd be really cool to me. I would be very happy with that. Lego it is. Thanks. Good stuff. Good stuff, World. The Clone Wars was better. The Complete Saga was better than all Lego games and games in general. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. Tech, if you lived in the US, I'd buy it, but shipping costs would make it pointless for me. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's completely fair. Yeah, them damn shipping costs. I was looking at buying 2 Saw Gerrera figures from the cheapest location on Bricklink, right? And the cheapest location is in the Netherlands, so not that far. Shipping was £10, and then you have to pay VAT on top of that, which is like another £10. The figures were just under 20 each. So at that point, like, it's almost just as cheap to buy, or it's pretty much just as cheap to buy them in the UK on eBay, which is annoying because they're like 30-ish quid on eBay. Less than ideal. UCS Mon Mothma Dance Hall. I get it. I'd buy that for sure. Little sound brick in there. That'd be sick. Not gonna lie, I could have sworn Saw's base was green and those bunkers. It is, well, yes. Whether they actually went and reshot there, Gaz, but that was where they shot. Dakar was the car was the Resistance base that we see in Force Awakens and Last Jedi, and they did film there at Newbury, and I'm assuming they went back on location there to film for that base. So that was pretty cool. For non-UCS sets, best Star Wars set ever, I might put as the 2010 Battle of Endor set. As a playset, I think it's I guess conceptually yes, but it's very dated now. And it wasn't really like ahead of its time in terms of like techniques, or I don't know, if they did that set with that much stuff in it, well, they would just have to do it Master Builders at this point, because we saw the Yavin set that we got, and that wasn't there wasn't a great deal of stuff with that. So to redo that set and do it justice, it would just have to be Master Builders, I think. I like the Ferrex ship. Great shape. Reminds me of a smaller gunship. Yeah, it's really good. And the way the shapes come together is some good techniques, actually. And it feels really sturdy. I have a feeling we've seen all the Andor sets we're going to get. I'm not convinced. I think a bit like Ahsoka, we might get a couple just dotted in next year. And I would love a battle pack. I could quite easily see us getting that Rebel Trooper that we've got in the U-Wing coming in a battle pack, following a bit of the mold that they did with Ahsoka. Although we did get like a full wave of sets for Ahsoka in the first place, so maybe not. I don't know. Oh, I've actually got to take notice of some of these color variations. There we go. I thought that was all the same yellow. The best set ever would be a buildable Ewok. Are you trolling now, Dropper? Are you trolling? I feel like you're trolling. Maybe they do the event. Yeah, a TIE Avenger I think would be great. They would do that little droid with the iPad, the female defector, and Andor. That would be great. Or no, actually, yeah, no, they need. Oh, please do a range trooper. Please do a range trooper. That would be so sick. Bloody Brexit. Yeah, I know, right? I know. The fact that we've only got one Mon is criminal. Yeah, that's very true. Mon Mothma needs a fig update for sure. Genevieve O'Reilly is putting in the work for Star Wars at the minute. So, yeah, I think she needs some minifigure love, I think. Because the old one is not great. Whatever happened to Soundbreak? They did disappear really quickly. You're right. This is a very enjoyable build. I will say that so far. There's something quite nostalgic about just stacking like bricks and plates and stuff. Not Technic pin in sight. We love to see it. Well, I particularly mind Technic. Oh, I will preface that. I think it's pretty essential for any Star Wars playset at this point, for it to have any level of stability. Just because of how impractical the Star Wars ships are to build. Lego in 2009 was godly. Sure, but some of those sets have not aged particularly well. The Magna Guard Starfighter, though, have to say, that is a criminally underrated set. The techniques on this is fantastic, honestly. Like I said, this is £5 off at Costco and Amazon in the UK already. I'm sure it will come down significantly. But in terms of a build, it's really enjoyable. The only one we have is Clone Wars Anakin hair. Exactly. Been done dirty. Been done so dirty. Instead of sets, it would be cool if they did a CMF wave just on Andor season 1 and 2, but obviously there's literally zero chance of that happening. I think that they should follow a bit like the Marvel thing and do a Disney Plus Star Wars CMF, because quite literally any other Star Wars figure from like any of the main films, even a lot of like, yeah, I think there's just a whole bunch of characters that they would never put into a set from shows that they're never going to make sets on. Or if they do, it'll be like an anniversary figure. But we could get like a couple of skeleton. We could get like the droid from Skeleton Crew. We could get oh, what else could we get? Like a couple of Acolyte figures. Yeah, I'll be the one to say it. It would be nice to have some Acolyte representation. Chimera. And maybe like the Jedi, the Wookiee Jedi. Very, very niche, admittedly, but it would be the main character, I'm sure. But yeah, like a Chimera, that would be fun. And it would just open the scope. There'll be a few Andor ones. To be honest, Ahsoka, I think, covered most of the figures. Yeah, I think Ahsoka covered most of the figures. And Ahsoka Season 2 will probably also get a lot of sets. So, like, that's fine. Maybe, like, a young Ahsoka. And, like, a Clone Wars Anakin. That could be a good, like, throw in there. I don't ask for much. I really just want a figure for every character to ever show up on screen. You see, not much. I'm with you, Will. I'm with you, man. Knowing I like we get a buildable Gorman Spider. Honestly, the way they're rattling through these buildable character sets, it could well be on the cards. Dear me. The Old Republic sets are the only other 2013 sets next to the gunship, which are great. Did you not just say the 23? Oh no, you said that they were overrated, right? I got it. No, the Spider Droid's good. The Snail Tank's good. The ATT, the gunship's good. There was another really good set of that wave, of which I am now forgetting. So maybe you do have a point. Also, the figs in those sets were good. We got some niche figures in across some of those sets, which was nice. Wow, we got Coleman Treble. is what I meant there. And we got a really good Django in that snail tank. Adi Gallia, I think, was it? Or Stas Ali, can't remember. In the Spider Droid. We had some good stuff. Right, let's do it. Who's the 12 characters? Yeah, I think a Chimera figure is a must, right? I can't now remember the female character's name from Acolyte. But those two. Yeah, I am gonna rewatch Acolyte. I am gonna rewatch it. So those two. So how many shows have we got? We've got like the Mandalorian. I think should just stay well clear, unless is there any particular Mandalorian characters that we feel like that they've missed and they're probably not going to go back and do. Obviously, we got like Quill in the. Oh, so satisfying how that all comes together. And that's just gonna. Oh, we have our first letter, people. May or Osha, yeah, that sounds about right. We just got a youngest. Oh, we did. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Sam. How quickly I forget. Okay, fair enough. You can have that one. Okay, well then there's quite literally no other figures, I think. Oh, we could get like it might be a bit of a waste of of 3 spots, but the 3 mothers from Ahsoka. I guess Enoch is actually the obvious one. For Ahsoka. I think that's the only character people were like kind of calling out. Well, for calling out for that really did feel missed out. Especially now we're getting the battle pack anyway, and they haven't bothered to change that figure at all. That does irk me a bit. Damn propaganda, right? I didn't care for the show, but I make up my own headcanon anyway. Yeah, exactly. I don't like the Gorman. Have you noticed how stuck up they are? Oh, wait. I may have been brainwashed. Very good, Will. I like that. I like that a lot. Andy, how you doing? Good evening, man. Force Ghost Anakin from Ahsoka. Oh, God. Could you imagine if that was the first Force Ghost we got? People would be up in arms. It would be funny, though. Trying to think. Book of Boba Fett. Who's standing out there? Oh, Chrysanthemum. 100% we'd have to get a Chrysanthemum. Not to be confused with Chris Hansen. Yeah, absolutely. Absolute must. Yeah, the witches I think were good. They just take up like a big chunk of slots, which is a shame. Like three in a CMF of 12, where Ahsoka, arguably outside of the Mandalorian, had the best treatment in terms of sets, and they could also feature in an Ahsoka season 2 set. To Catch a Predator ideas set. Oh dear. We've got we've had a few Fennec's that are just fine for her, so that's fine. Hi Simon, how are you doing? 1990. Okay, Lady Drop Bear is definitely clowning now. Honestly, I'd take a Chris Hansen fig too. Yeah, the Marshall actually. Although that could also be a Mando set. But yeah, Cobb Vanth would be a good fig for the CMF. Although again, he's also not dead, so he could well appear in the set. And I feel like on any of the shows that they would go back on, I think the Mandalorian is probably the one. Remember, he was even in that show. Yeah. And Cad Bane, I guess. I just don't think he looks all that different from the iterations of Cad Bane. We got need a Vesper gang, yes. I think if I was a Lego designer, because I know that they like to clown the community. They can't fool me. I would 100% have pitched a Vesper set, like a little 80 or like a little £25 set with the Vespers in, mate. Can't imagine it would have got very far, but 2008 Clone Wars the start of the official shows, right? Got it. Oh, they don't go on there at all. What am I doing? Did we miss anyone from Kenobi? Maybe one of the Inquisitors. Back to tanked Terra Sanube. Is it Raj? But that's a bit of a boring fig for a CMF. But yeah, one of the Inquisitors would be a nice touch, I guess. Force goes Qui-Gon, here we go. But yeah, I don't think there's too many in Kenobi. There's some like funky aliens or whatever. Maybe Bail Organa's partner, Leia's mum. But again, it's not a great CMF level. Like the quality that we'd get for a CMF level fig, you'd want it to be. We need aliens. That's what we need. Oops. A young Owen and Baru. Oh no. No. We don't need that. Just that Jawa that we that came and sold Obi-Wan those parts. Or stole the parts from him and sold them back to him. We need all of that. Dude, I know. Is it Warm Loathsome from the Christosis? Oh, I guess that was from the film, right? And then Admiral Trench we need. We need the guy from the Citadel, the shark guy. There's so many we need. There are so many. Wat Tambor. We need the tactical droid back. Yeah, plenty of those that could be done. Jedi Adventures is better than the 2008 show. Got it. Good stuff. To be fair, I'm sure there's some parts of Young Jedi Adventures that is better than some parts of. I think a lot of people would feel hard done by if there wasn't a Visions character. Is it the Ninth Jedi? Is that the really popular Visions story to get as a minifigure? And that art style as a minifigure could be really interesting and really cool. So I think you could give one spot for a Visions character. Darth Nubs. We're missing the villain from Young Jedi Adventures. That's gotta come though, surely. Or maybe they don't want to promote a villain in the show or in the sets. Oh man, this is so good. That's the progress so far. Regular Bad Batch uniform crosshair. I think that would be a waste of a figure if I'm being completely honest. He has this. He has quite literally the same outfit as Hunter. I think that would be a waste of a figure. Oh, the lady. Yeah, what was her name? Cat? No. Yeah, I can't remember what her name was now. Again, not particularly interesting character in terms of like what it would look like as a minifigure, but the villain from Bad Batch, the Imperial guy, would be pretty cool. That's actually a great idea. Oh dear, definitely trolling. Kaz. Yeah, I thought it was Kaz. That sounds about right. Hang on, something's not right here. Thanks for suggesting to build the logo. I'm already done bag 2, and this thing is awesome. It's so good, right? The techniques are so much fun. I'm already strongly recommending this to anyone. Anyone that can find like a purpose for it, as in like have it as a bit of a display background, or yeah, probably wait for a sale. Unless you're going to get it to qualify for a promo, probably wait for a sale. But I mean, even at full price, I'm not mad at this. Not mad. Oh, Nala said, yeah, a Kaminoan actually would be a decent one to do from there. That's a good shout. Dexter Jetster. I mean, he is much needed, but he can fit in a Lego set. Like, there is no excuse of like he could have been in the Obi-Wan Starfighter. Like, it wouldn't have been that absurd. There's been more rogue choices for like a third minifigure in a set than Dexter Jetster in a Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Interceptor. Welcome back, TJ. Has there been anything you've seen in Andor Season 2 that you'd want to make a mock of? The TIE Avenger would be one, but I'm just like, no. I would like to do more custom ship builds. But I think the only way I'm really gonna learn decent techniques for that is if I build other custom ones, because some of the intricacies of that, although what I would say is I would imagine, and this is not discrediting anyone that has done one already or whatever, I imagine a TIE fighter is a pretty good entry level ship to get like pretty close to being accurate, just because the shape isn't particularly complex. It doesn't have like the insanely harsh angles that something like an X-wing or just other vehicles in Star Wars have. So maybe having a go at a TIE Avenger would be something worth playing about with. But yeah, it also, like I said a bit earlier, a priority, almost like, not so much, well, it is a priority. A priority of my building now wouldn't, like, 100% accuracy. I would sacrifice some stability No, I'd sacrifice some accuracy for stability because I'd want to transport it to shows. So, yeah, that's. But I think Gorman could look really, really good. As a mock. Yeah, there's nothing like super. The things that would jump out to me are like the battle scenes. I would like to depict that sort of stuff. So there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. Like the Sinar compound would be cool, but I think if I was ever to do like an Imperial or clone base, I think I would just do more like heavily inspired by. There's our little Star Destroyer, by the way. If it's going to focus, probably not. There we go. Not bad, not bad. With precedent of Babu Frick in the Advent calendar, we could get Dexter in one. That could be a fun theme for next year. I'm down. I'm down. I'm not scared to say I won FPJ on the first day of May. Wait, what's FPJ? Oh, I missed something. I'm not really seeing anything so far, but Luthen Ship. Yeah, Luthen Ship. The problem I've seen a few people talk about with Luthen Ship is the two wings. They are attached at the back. And I think it would be really hard to, because they're so thin, to keep it so stable all the way along. I've seen a couple of good mocks there. I think Tubrix did a really good Fondor mock. I think it was like place scale as well. And he is someone that I like building his mocks because he is someone that thinks about stability. He did a whole series like building like a Lego designer. Oh, and then we have our three-pieced Tantive. I think that's phenomenal. That's really, really fun. Or turn the lights out. That would be funny if someone did a mock of that. Arc, yes. Can we get Cyril's mum as a minifigure in the CMF, please? Please, please, please. She's great. Full price showings. Wait, what is that? Not Deja's apartment from Arc. If we had the figures, or if there was like some custom figures available, then I would potentially build that because it is a really funny scene. But until we've got like and like to get those figures would be so niche. You could probably do purist customs, or in fact, someone will do customs of those outfits of Dedra and Cyril, I'm sure, because they're very basic prints. We definitely need an Andor set with Mon Mothma in, though. Luthen Shop could be a really fun mock, I have to say. Like trying to depict all the relics. What could be fun is like putting Lego, like building a Luthen Shop, but putting like Lego relics in and around. That could be a fun mock. His mom comes with a sound brick of that raspy voice. Yeah, she's so brilliant, man. Has head out. I will continue building this as long as I can. See you all later. Enjoy the stream. Smash the like button. Yes, thank you, Will. Thanks for hopping in, dude. Appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the build as much as I do, or I am. And yeah, if you could all like the stream, that would be much appreciated. We've got quite a bit of the new set build content coming over the weekend. So tomorrow evening, I'll be joining Greg for a little bit. I'll probably end up finishing this actually. I'll probably get the first. I'll probably get. I'll make a. I'll make a start on the second one probably. On Wars. But yeah, so I'll finish that off with Greg tomorrow evening. So he is building all day, and then Sunday I'm going to be building Chopper because he is just fantastic, and I really want to build him. So yeah, so I'll be about this weekend. So make sure you tune in. What a queen! She really is. She really is. It is a little crazy that we've only ever had one Mon Mothma fig. She needs an update for sure. Like I said, Genevieve O'Reilly is putting in work as Mon Mothma across all the different shows at the moment. I never thought I'd be so interested in Mon Mothma as a character, but she is, honestly, she's fantastic. Okay. Star is done. Look how good that looks. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Lego designers, hats off to you. And I love the like greebling texture. It's quite hard to see. Oh, there you go. All the like black greebling stuff on the inside is all very well done. Really, really nice. Leave that there. How long we got till Greg starts? Well, honestly, we've probably got an hour till Greg starts. Maybe we will get this done today. Oh, I am going to go get a Coke out the freezer, so I will be back in just a second. I is back. Okay, bag 4, let's go. Yeah, like I said, if you guys could smash the like button, that would be very much appreciated. How do you guys feel about the like the more like talk? I guess it's more like talking head, like CMF draft videos and stuff. I was kind of thinking like I just want to do mocks, but with that comes a lot of time, a lot of money. And so I was starting to think more recently, like maybe I have started to post because I realized I do absolutely nothing on Instagram. And so I have started to post anytime we get like leaks or like set reveals and stuff. I am trying to post my reactions to those more on Instagram. So if you want my, I know I talk about it all in the streams for the people that just stay on YouTube, but I do try and post a lot of my like initial thoughts and feelings on Instagram, on the Planet Tech Instagram. So so go follow that if you don't already. But yeah, for like, because like I like the idea of doing the CMF drafts. The problem with the CMF drafts is it's quite unless you know someone that can design minifigures, I don't think the video is particularly interesting to look at. While you met like while you may have a great concept for a draft, it can be quite hard to do. Like to be visually interesting. Honestly, saying dumb Instagram stories are my favorite things to do. Oh, I've noticed. Have you realized you're lacking on your video quota and are now rushing to find other types of video? Maybe that's it, Sam. Maybe that is it. Oh, I want to keep Sam working on it, but oh, little one's home. But I've found myself very much enjoying watching a lot more of that kind of content again, whereas I didn't watch it for like the longest time. And so yeah, I'm kind of thinking like, oh, would I want to make some of that kind of stuff, or what is it? Am I then just going to be like spending weeks and weeks making a video like that shouldn't take me weeks and weeks, and I'm just procrastinating from doing what I actually really want to do? I don't know. I just don't know. Should I start a Q&A series? That's what every Lego YouTuber does, right? Weekly Q&A. I just think that fundamentally would not work for me, because I just answer every question in a live stream. Like, you have to have a certain level of I think for that to actually work as a YouTube series now, I think you have to be so well established. So like Ryan doing it, I think makes complete sense. He also gets like a ton of questions just on his videos generally, but you can warrant doing it, and you can actually get like interesting questions. Like when John T used to do it, it would be like, what's your favorite clone? And then like, what's your favorite Jedi? And then like 3 weeks would pass, and then it'd be like, what's your favorite clone? And so like, and that was like John T back in the day. John T now, I'm sure, would have a lot more interesting conversation. Hi, darling. Bye bye. It's okay. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? What about doing dioramas, limiting yourself to a 16 by 16 space to depict different scenes from Star Wars? Could allow you to get out videos faster while being able to keep within your part collection. With the smaller stuff, 8x8 mocks, right, Rosie? My 8x8s were super. I do. I just don't think I'm as interested enough to do like to do something that small. And I know it probably would be a good way to like start and get in the door with like just posting somewhat regularly again. But yeah, I just think like even 16 by 16, there's not a lot of stuff that I want to capture that's interesting enough at that scale. I've always loved like the big mocks. But yeah, they just take so long. And even longer when you don't get your ass into gear. John T's what was his? Ask SW. Real imaginative name, that. Too funny, man. I wish that content was still really popular. Like, I wish I found you and John T in lockdown, Sam, and been like open to a lot more of that kind of content. because I think I would have been really into it, and I would have been motivated enough to like actually make a lot more of that kind of content. But now it just doesn't hold up if you want to do well on YouTube. I wonder what Johnson thinks of Andor season 2. I don't actually know his opinion on it yet. I can't imagine he's watched it. Don't think he's got the attention span. Bless him. I'm practically pricing stuff for tomorrow. This selling thing is hard. It's tricky, right? It's tricky, and especially when you want to price stuff like you want to get your money's worth out of it. But also, like for you, Carrie, you got to think like, I've had my fun out. Like, because a lot of this, is a lot of the stuff used stuff, or is a lot of it like sealed stuff? Because there's like two ways you can look at it. You can price it like close enough that, like, if you got good deals on a lot of it and you just want rid of it, pricing it just like a little bit more than what you paid for it is probably your best way to go, because it will almost certainly all sealed and lots of figs. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I would just price, like, because you didn't buy it with the intention to invest in it, I would suggest that maybe just pricing it like a little bit more. Obviously, if a set is absolutely skyrocketed, but if the mindset is I just want rid of this, yeah, it's tricky. But yeah, pricing it is tricky, and you'll find on the day that you might want to reduce stuff, or you might have copies of things. You might go, "Oh, I sold that too cheaply." And also, I hope, yeah. And the other thing is, because Southampton's going to be such a competitive show, because there's so many sellers there, if you do really just like, if the main thing is to get stuff gone that you don't want, yeah, I think you got to be quite brutal. I have a video series 2 figure. It's apparently worth 110. Good job. That is good. Now, as I mentioned Cyril's mother on my story, and he responded to it saying how much he hates her. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. That's what I mean. He just doesn't understand. He's like that dual face person. Just doesn't have the intelligence to enjoy a show like Andor. Deary me. No putting a price on Ian. Oh, he's worthless. Oh, I meant priceless. I'm sure both are true in various circumstances, right, Carrie? I'm sure that both those answers would stand depending on the situation. Sam for the fig or Ian? Oh, is that the dragon? Yeah, the dragon is pretty pricey. I'll offer you a tenner, Carrie. I too gave one to Sai when he went over to the. Oh my days! Bet Sai sold it. I bet he sold it. Can't be given. Have I just built that? No. Okay. Can't be giving away free Lego when it's that valuable. This screams the BFAB Hive situation, where BFAB promised that he'd give Hive the, what was it, like one of the, was it the Vader bust, or the, not the Vader bust, or the Sith Trooper bust or something, and when he gave it to him, it was like, or when he promised him it was like not really worth a great deal, and then by the time it actually got posted out to him, it was worth a fortune. Hey Steph, how we doing? Maybe price the box stuff I'm mostly likely to sell figs and hope for some downtime at the show to do more. That's also a fair point. The other thing is people will haggle, and so you can price stuff and just like not budge on it. But the temptation is very much there. So I do kind of price my stuff. To be fair, I kind of price whenever I price my stuff. Most of the time, unless I've bought it for something that wasn't competitive with what other people have clearly bought it for, like say I paid full price for something that I invested in earlier, or I got like a promo that didn't end up shooting up in particular value, and like my margins are tighter, I tend to just go off of like the last 3 to 5 eBay sold listings and go with that. And then I guess it's a bit different now because eBay doesn't have fees now. But then I would always just be like, well, if I barter, if someone comes up and offers me like £5-10 less, depending on the value of it, that's essentially the eBay fees gone. And I don't have to worry about shipping it. That was kind of my mentality. But yeah, there's some things I was like, but then, yeah, there's also some things that I bought that I was like, I'm not really ready to let this one go yet. I think it could still go up, so I priced it a bit higher. And if it didn't sell, it didn't sell, and it wasn't the end of the world. And I'll just take it and hopefully sell it on another day. But yeah, it really does depend what you want out of it. I built haggle room in for most things, yeah, because people will, and it feels good. It does feel good. Like there's definitely things that I've let go for too low. But that I think was because we didn't have a particularly great day, and the guy was really nice, and he had already bought one thing, and I knocked a bit off the price for that, and then he come back and he was like, I really want that, but it's just too much. And so I said I'd take a little bit off, and then he come back. I was like, that was my absolute lowest, and he come back a little bit later, and we hadn't made too many other sales, and he was like, would you take this? And I think I met him in the middle of whatever I said was my lowest and what he said. But it's part of the fun of it. And I wouldn't go to a Lego show without, like, very rarely have I picked up anything from a Lego show that I wouldn't ask, is that the best price on? Because yeah, people build that in, and especially if you're buying multiple things. It's a bit meh, but you could look up prices if people are interested. Oh, people are constantly on their phones at the shows, like check it. I do as well, because there's things that I think are worth something, and then yeah, just are not worth that in both directions. John T's in the same camp as the Star Wars, the Empire were good people theory, honestly. Is it just you and Ian going tomorrow, Carrie? Or have you got little ones as well? That's right. Oh, 6. Oh, hang on. Definitely missed some pieces here, haven't I? That goes in there. A couple of pages must have stuck together. That's the good thing with this kind of build, though, is if you miss something like drastic, usually you can still roughly see where it's meant to go. He says that. There we go. That on there, that on there. I can only assume that black plate goes along there. I'm not even going to check it. That's how sure I am of it. Oh, maybe it's not actually. Maybe that doesn't go there. Oh, surely it does. Oh, surely it doesn't though. Oh yeah, there's still something to go on the end there. I'm gonna go with that. Oh, I'll check. It has to, right? Has to. How did I miss that? Oh yeah, there we go. Cool. Right, bag 5. You know, we might get this finished tonight. Just keep finding more boxes and things. With the new requirements for Brick Festival, it might be worth at some point, Carrie, if you like still have a lot of stuff, is maybe we just do a like a table each of mocks and like club together and share a table or something. And then like if Ian and Paige still came, we could have a second table of mocks for and get a voucher for it, but still try and play the system. And then if anyone else in our group wants to sell stuff, has anything to sell. But yeah, hopefully you sell absolutely everything tomorrow and it's all hunky dory. You go make a load of money and then you can go buy some Star Wars promos. I'm sure that's the first place you'll be heading, right? Down the Lego store. Is there any sets that you've kind of earmarked or got in mind that you will want to pick up, Carrie, if you have a good sales day? Yeah, so 3 tables between 2. Yeah, I think that could be. I said 3 tables between 2. Yeah, got it. I was thinking about going tomorrow, but still too tired from last weekend. Yeah, fair. Reading is it for as great a show it is. I think it doesn't help that the room is so hot that it's yeah, that can be quite draining as well. That and having Rossi in your ear all weekend, frantically worrying that a tower is going to come and knock you out. Yeah, Southampton being this weekend is just very inconsiderate. Star Wars weekend, on the final home game of the season. He's a hoarder. I wasn't quite that valuable when I gave it to him. Fair. You'll know if your price is low of the traders come and buy a load of. Yeah, that's true. That happened at Didcot because I at that point there was just so many gift for purchases. I was like, I've outside of the couple of things that friends bought, I just hadn't really sold anything, especially on the second day. So they come by and they were just buying a load of it. I was like, yeah, whatever. Had to try and justify my time somehow. I think my expectation, because that first Bournemouth one was so good, my expectation since has been quite high, and yeah, it's never quite reached that. The last Bournemouth was decent. The 2 London ones I've done though, or 1 London one I've done wasn't it was dead, and that was a show that I've been to as a displayer a lot, and it was very busy. It was always way too busy in there. All 4 of us. I can't even remember who I've got now. Who did I go for? Marmouche, maybe? I don't know. What new requirements are these? Team table seems like it would just take a bit of the stress off us, especially if we've got a comfort. Because the thing is, right, it's if I've got to bring 2 tables worth of mocks and then stuff to sell, it's like, what? Come on now. I did go in Marmouche. Okay, I'll back that. Although Wolves are doing very well at the moment. Yeah, like trying to fill. I certainly wouldn't get that all in the van. I can barely get the stock for a table at the van now. So yeah, it's just not realistic. The new requirements for Brit Festivals, Rosie, if you want a trader table instead of your voucher, you have to bring 2 tables worth of mocks. Instead of just the one, which is annoying. I mean, I'm shocked that they didn't cotton onto it earlier, that people were just building mocks, taking them up and down the country that were like actual Lego businesses. Where are all of the... Hi. 20 minutes or so? Half hour? Yeah. No, why? Oh, are you? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I'll wrap this. Oh, I forgot that you were going out. You ready to go out yet? Oh, you're going out at 8. Oh, you are running late. Okay. I did say that. Oh God. Well then, on that note, people, I guess we'll wrap things up here then. Halfway through a bag. This feels criminal. God, you look after the child all day, and then she wants to go out in the evening as well. God, this solo parenting malarkey. Hey Dubsy, I'd love to stay and chat, but Paige has told me I got to wrap things up here. No, I will continue building this with Greg tomorrow, who will be going live in just a minute for London Calling, of course. Yeah, go check out Greg. I know Sam's on. I'm sure the Bods and Gaz and all the usual suspects are over there. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I'll continue finish this on with Greg tomorrow, and then on Sunday at 4 p.m. UK time, I will be building the buildable chopper because he is insane. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.